I'm Jason Nunn, Fisherman's Warehouse, Tuckerwell Bucks Point. This Friday's fishing report. Salts Bay behind me here, and the conditions here today, beautiful. We've got a high tide coming in at 3 o'clock. Of course, tomorrow morning 4 o'clock, and Sunday 5 o'clock high tides. They make this area over the weekend absolutely perfect to get out there and have a bit of a dangle at those salmon. Some big numbers of boats last weekend on the back of that school holidays. Counted 40 boats in the channel on Sunday. They tell me there potentially was a few more than that on Saturday, but the beauty was everyone had an opportunity to get out. Everyone looked like they were catching them. A lot of guys through the store using metals, of course, soft plastics, but just basically getting out here and having a lot of fun. A few tailor mixed in with them, a few trevally, but one thing's for sure, that there's been some beautiful brim, and this area here, Salts Bay, with these winds that are going to be sort of east-southeast over the weekend, offers some great protection. There's a couple of boats just out into the middle of the channel here now, going back up, but it's that little bit of consistent onshore coming through. As I say, behind me here, absolutely perfect this afternoon. These winds will back off a little bit more tomorrow, and a little bit of a southerly switch on Sunday makes it perfect. So you've got to just get out there and have a bit of a look. It's a real shame that this east coast lows up off Queensland. Potentially we could have got out wide, and maybe next weekend we can. First report this year of yellowfin. A nice yellowfin got lost. I won't say caught, got lost after 4 hours on 10 kilo line by young Blake Flinney. Now I talked to his father there the other day. I said, Mick, what are you doing? 4 hours on 10. They've seen the fish, potentially a very nice fish after 4 hours. But it's the first real sign we've had that things are starting to break up wide. I reckon, as again, over the next few weeks, it may be the opportunity. Last year, August was when the yellowfin turned up. If we can get some conditions, I'm damn sure that Blake and his father will be back out there in the next few weeks to have a go. Bit of luck, I might do the same. On that deep water, there was plenty of snapper on the farm and kings, but again, I just think potentially this weekend it might be a little bit windblown. The inshore, been a lot of snapper, and no snapper now been getting caught off the beaches. So there's been quite a few snapper caught off Blacksmith's Beach again, like it was around about Easter, but some nice fish up on the breakwater here, particularly Blacksmith's breakwater. Been some beautiful brim and some very brim. There's a bit of a story going around about a brim that was caught off Blacksmith's breakwater. Again, haven't seen any photographs. They're telling me potentially a brim around about 7 pound. Again, haven't heard it, but it has sort of come in at third hand, so it'll be really, really interesting to see what we actually see. In the lake, it's been very, very tough because that water clarity at the moment, there's a lot of fresh water in the system, and it hasn't been producing the fish that we would normally expect. I think what we're going to see is we're going to see a lot more tailor down the southern end of the lake, and because those tailor are down the southern end of the lake, the areas like Pulborough Island back up towards Myuna Bay will give you that little bit more protection, and there seems to be a little bit more bait fish. The easterly is going to make it a bit of a bugger because on that western side where we normally get a bit of protection, it's going to be well open. So areas such as Cam's Wharf, Nord's Wharf, Murray's Beach in particular, along that Swansea Flats area, Valentine, those areas there I think will be potentially the better protected areas. And there is a lot of shore-based angling that can be done. I get a lot of inquiries about shore-based angling. Along that edge at Murray's Beach, of course, Nord's and Cam's, plenty of foreshore to work off. But that area around Green Point, when you go for a bit of a walk and you get up to the point, you can go all the way back around to Valentine itself. A lot of area there to fish if you're a shore-based angler. Of course, brim and tailor and flathead this time of year are the target species, but there's no reason why you still won't get a few lake snapper. We've seen this year a beautiful fish getting caught on the southern side of the lake there, 71 centimetres off the bank. So it gives you the opportunity to get out there and have a bit of a look. I think this weekend, right here at Salts Bay is where it is again. Get out there and have a bit of a look. Hopefully by next week we see a bit of a break in the weather. Can only hope. Let's get out there. I'll see you next Friday.